recognizing and addressing the major social issue, identifying and measuring the effects of air pollution. Air pollution, by definition, refers to the presence of toxic chemicals or compounds in the air that has the potential to pose significant health risks. In a broader sense, air pollution means the presence of substances in the air which are usually not present and which lower the quality or cause detrimental changes to the quality of life as such. The pollution of the air is also one of the major contributors to the destruction of the ozone layer, ultimately leading to the issue of climate change. Air pollution is undoubtedly one of the most serious environmental problems confronting our civilization today. Most often, human activities such as mining, construction, industrial work, agriculture, smelting, as well as transportation causes this. However, natural processes such as volcanic eruptions and wildfires also has the capability to pollute the air, but their occurrence is rare and only has local effects, unlike human activities which contributes to the air pollution in the global scale. Significance of the study. Over the past 30 years, researchers have unearthed a wide array of health effects which are believed to be associated with air pollution exposure. This is according to the National Institute of Environmental Health Sciences. Air pollution has serious effects on the human health, depending on the level of exposure and the type of pollutant inhaled. These effects can vary, ranging from simple symptoms like coughing and the irritation of the respiratory tract to acute conditions like asthma and chronic lung diseases. Skin problems and irritations can develop due to prolonged exposure to several air pollutants, and a variety of cancer forms may develop after inhaling air contaminants. This study aims to recognize what actually are the effects that air pollution really brings to a populace. The researchers aim to understand how the pollution of the air affects daily life, and if so, to what extent and in what way. Through this study, the researchers would be able to identify these problems and be able to propose and implement or take action to reduce and combat the said effects. This study would be really important as it would shine more light and provide much needed understanding to the major issue of air pollution. The background of the study. As to be expected, there already are numerous studies about the general topic of air pollution, as well as identifying its effects and how we can control and reduce the damage brought by the said phenomena. One of the major researchers of this topic is the United States Environmental Protection Agency, or the EPA. The EPA conducts research that provides the critical science to develop and implement Clean Air Act regulations that protect the quality of the air we breathe. The researchers also put new tools and information in the hands of citizens, communities, air quality managers, and regulators to reduce air pollution. Some of the studies not only recognizes the cause and effects, but also provide possible solution to the problem that is, reducing the actual pollution as well as the ways to improve the air quality itself. One of the organizations who conducts these studies is the National Center for Atmospheric Research, or the NCAR. They have stated how their scientists and engineers are working from many angles to advance understanding of the complex atmospheric that affects air quality, as well as their ability to make detailed air quality predictions. Most of the studies are already tackling about the causes and effects of air pollution. This study will therefore be conducted in order to provide more emphasis on the effects of the air pollution to the general public, as well as how the said demography can control the said problem. The objective of the study. This study seeks to achieve its general objective of identifying how air pollution affects the public by focusing on the following specific objectives. To determine how air pollution affects a person in a community and in what way. To determine how air pollution affects the populace and to what extent. To assess how air pollution affects different kinds of communities and with that in mind, what difference they actually have. Here are the research questions. 1. What are the harmful effects of air pollution? 2. How does air pollution affect a person? 3. How does air pollution affect the mass public in general? And lastly, does air pollution differ in effect in different communities? The methodology. A qualitative research was chosen as the research method for this study. A qualitative approach was considered more relevant to undertake this research, as it allowed greater capacity to gain more depth and meaning based on an individual's experiences, along with their beliefs and feelings opposed to a quantitative quali... Tama man! Gago! Masabsab. 1, 2, 3. A qualitative research was chosen as a research method for this study. A qualitative approach was considered more relevant. Bitch! Last. 1, 2, 3. A qualitative research was chosen as the research method for this study. A qualitative approach was considered more relevant to undertake this research as it allowed greater capacity to gain more depth and meaning based on an individual's experiences, along with their beliefs and feelings opposed to a quantitative approach, which is more structured, broader in scale, and more numerically based. This study intends to use cross-sectional survey design in determining the effects of air pollution to a person, to a community, and to the way of living in general. This study utilized a survey since its main purpose was to determine the effects brought by air pollution. Here are the works cited.